What is going on, Jet fans? I am Matt O'Leary back with another video, and we have some major injury news that will probably have a pretty big impact on this game coming up for the New York Jets in week 1 against the Buffalo Bills. Micah Hyde, the Buffalo Bills star free safety, is in danger of missing the New York Jets week 1 matchup on Monday Night Football. He recently had a back injury that came up for him. He is not practicing today. There will be an official injury report for this game coming out tomorrow, but you'd have to imagine not a great sign for Hyde at this point because of the injury that he sustained last year. For those who don't know, Hyde played in 2 games for the Buffalo Bills last year and suffered a pretty serious neck injury that cost him the remainder of the 2022 season. He had successful surgery, but it was, it's neck surgery. That is very, very serious. And unfortunately, sometimes with an injury like that, especially at this point in his career, after, being 30 years old on the other side of 30, injuries and other ailments are going to begin to flare up, which seems like that's the case right now with this back injury. Now, the reason why this is such a big deal is because of how good of a player he is when he's on the field. In 2021, the last time he played a full season, he was one of the elite safeties in the entire game as the last line of defense, as the free safety. That Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde 1-2 punch back there at safety is one of the best safety duos in the sport, and one of the biggest reasons why the Bills have such a successful defense and why their defense is so good is because of that safety duo. He was a second-team All-Pro in 2021. Micah Hyde was a second-team All-Pro in 2021 with 74 tackles, 5 interceptions, and 10 passes defended. That would be a huge loss for Buffalo if they were down to one of their safeties. And, that would probably mean that Damar Hamlin, which is a fantastic story, would come in and play in his spot. He's listed as the second string free safety. He played a lot last year. The biggest reason for that was because of the Hyde injury. But again, they weren't necessarily relying on Hamlin to come in and play this role. They wanted to get back to what they do best with the Hyde and Poyer duo, which has been together for a long time now and been really, really successful. Not to mention, the Bills will be without another star player already on this defense in Von Miller. Von Miller starts the year on IR, so he'll miss the first 4 games of the season, which that's obviously a big loss in itself. But when you combine in this game coming up in week 1, there's a strong possibility that they'll be without both Von Miller and Micah Hyde. That is, again, 2 really big pieces to this defense and keys to this defense. You have probably your best pass rusher. Gregory Rousseau's awesome, and they have other guys coming in. They signed Leonard Floyd, and they have Ed Oliver, who got paid, and they have other ways to get after the quarterback. I'm not saying, just because they lost Von Miller, the Jets are obviously going to win this game. That's still a really, really good defense and a really good defensive line. But you're out Von Miller, who's in 11 games had 8 sacks for Buffalo last year, and you're potentially out your star safety. That's 2 levels of the field. That's the pass rush and the last line of defense. And you're starting a rookie corner who will likely be playing, who'll be playing in his first game in Kaiir Elam. Elam I like a lot, but there's definitely a question mark there. So for the New York Jets, who are seemingly getting really healthy at the right time, I would imagine that would be something that you'd want to attack. And I don't know if that's targeting the tight end over the middle of the field, or if we're going to see Poyer kind of handle the stuff over the tight end, or maybe taking a couple deep shots if it's not the same, last line of defense that someone who had 5 interceptions and 10 passes defended in 2021 is a pretty nice free safety. He's someone who's a rangy guy who can make plays even at 30 years old. But that, again, I can't stress enough how important he is to that Buffalo Bills defense. And that's a major thing that I think Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers will have to try to exploit. And you got to look for ways to, take down your opponent, obviously, right? But losing a premier pass rusher and their starting free safety potentially right before the game this week is big, is really, really big. So something to keep a close eye on the remainder of this week. We will see in the injury update tomorrow if he will be good to go or not. We'll have a better idea. But this is, again, I can't stress enough, this is a pretty big deal for this game. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.